What's going on, YouTube? I know I'm not supposed to poke your eye out. Jason here, KG4FJC. What we're doing this time is we're actually going to solder up our cable to go from the URI to the radio. Not as hard as it sounds. If you got just a regular soldering iron, you'll be okay. You can do it. The cable I'm using is crap. This is just scrap Ethernet cable. Solid conductor. Solid conductor is not good to use because solid conductor breaks. Okay. However, once you get it soldered together and locked in with the hoods, then it's not too bad. I mean, yeah, you're not going to flex it forever. It'll eventually break, but it'll work. I know you're supposed to use shielded premium cable, all that. You don't have to, especially for what we're doing. We're just building a basic node. So you're not duplexing and none of that. You don't have to worry about it. It's all right. Oh, and the background. Yes, the background changed. I figured people would probably fuss about the whole copyright infringement stuff, so I went ahead and just played it safe. I got rid of the minion. Even though I love the minions, I really love the minions. I went with my grandparents. This is my grandma and Grandpa Crow. They're my mom's parents. Both of them have passed, and I just figured I'd put that up there because, well, I love them, and y'all can now see it. So I think this was either right when they got married or just before. I'm not exactly sure. So as you can tell, that's an older photo. Anyway, so we're gonna use these. I've got 5 wires up. I've got blue, orange, brown, green, and the white green. And I'll explain kind of why I did that, or you'll see why I did that. I don't know if I'll even bother remembering to explain it. But those are the colors that I chose, and you'll probably see why later. And we've also got a DB9 male. You know, it's a male because it's got the little pins in there. We're going to pre-solder the back of this one. These are off of Amazon. I forget. I got like a box of 10 male, 10 female with the hoods and all the hardware for, I don't know, like $7 or something like that. You know, whatever. They're cheap. They are numbered on the back, at least pin 1 is. So if you know pin 1, you can do the rest. And you'll see that here in a minute when we do the actual soldering. So you'll need 2 of these, 2 DB9 males with the hoods and the hardware to lock it in, and a piece of cable, at least 5 conductor. Of course, Cat 5 is 8, so I just cut off the ones that I'm not using. So with that, let's get to soldering up a cable. All right, what I've got here, so I've got my TYT. This is the rig. This end over here will be the interface. So this is what end we're going to do. I've already pre-soldered the pins that I need. Pin 1, 4, 5, and 7 and 9 here on this sheet. Let's see, kind of see it here. I've got it written down which pins go which one. We're doing the rig first. So first thing we're going to do is, and again, you shouldn't use this kind of wire, but again, it's what I had laying around. And put just a little bit on the tip there. All right, so pin 1 is my blue wire. And if you refer back to the sheet, yeah, the colors don't match, but the functions they do. Okay, pin 1. Pin 4 is green. Yeah. More on the tip. Yeah, I never said I was the world's best solderer. School of Hard Knocks. Pin 5 is brown. Alright. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll flip it over. Alright. And the sequence starts all over again, except for now we're upside down. So we got 6, 7, 8, 9 this way. All right, so 7, there's the other radio in the background. 7 is orange, which is this one right here. Give a little pre-bend to make sure to reach.
All right, and 9, white with the green stripe. A little pre-bend. Make sure I reach. A little bit more solder on that one. And there we go. And that is our rig end. Again, I've already pre-tuned these here, or pre-soldered, I should say. All right, URI here. Now I go over here. So pin 2 will be the white with the green. I'll do that one first. Clean my tip again. Hit. Touch the solder on the end. White with the green, pin 2, make sure we're right. There's that one. Blue is pin 3. Get all these other ones out of the way here. Give that one a little bend so that one reaches. Yeah, if you got the stranded wire, it's a whole lot easier to work with. And honestly, the better connectors help too, because then the wire actually goes up inside the pin rather than it being laying on it. Orange is pin 5. There's a little bend. And again, you want to be careful, because if you bend them too much or too hard, the solid conductor will break. And then you're screwed, because then you got to start pretty much all over again, at least with this end. Alright, I'll flip it over. So we stop with pin 5 there. So now we need pin 6, which should be the green. And I'm shaking a lot. Blood pressure must be up today. Blood pressure's up every day. Seeing the world going crazy. It's my refuge here. Just give that a little pre-bend. Make sure it'll work. Just like that. Boom. And then brown will be pin 8. Again, give it another little bit of a bend. I didn't get enough solder on that one. I can see that already. So that works there. A little bit more on the tip. Look at that. Pretty. Not really, but still. Alright. So then, all we've got left to do from that, yeah, it's not the best quality in the world, but then all we've got left to do is put our hoods on it.
And go. Alright, so here we have our completed cable. Okay, we've got our radio side here and our interface side here. Now, on the interface side, I've got the screws that hold the connector in. The rig side, I don't. You'll see why in the next video when we do the TYT. It's not important. You can put them in if you want to. I mean, you can. It doesn't matter. They won't actually be used, and there's a reason why. If you're using a Linko, then yes, I would definitely put them in. If you're using a TYT, you don't have to. And we've got our RA35 right here with the black case. Pretty easy. All right, DB9 there, DB9 there. It only fits one way. Then you tighten your screws down here and here, and that completes the interface side. The USB-B will plug in here, and the other end is the USB-A, goes to your Pi. We'll get to that when we do the setup and put it all together. But for now, this is the cable. And here is my wrinkled up sheet. It fades the background there a little bit. It's kind of hard to see. You really can't see it. But anyway, I've got the rig and then the interface. Okay. Again, the colors don't matter. You can use whatever colors you want. I typically use green for receive audio. If there's a white, I'll use that for TX audio. A red or an orange I'll use for PTT. Brown or black I'll use for ground. Like blue I'll use for COS. It just helps me keep it straight in my head, but colors don't matter as long as the functions do. So as long as you're lining up the functions from one to the other, you're fine. That's all there is to it. It's kind of crinkled because this is like, there's a gnat flying around. This is like 4 days later, and a gnat's starting to bug me. Get it? Bug me. I had already crumpled this up and threw it away, having computer issues and audio issues and everything of that sort. So hopefully we've got that all straight. And this pretty much concludes how to do the cable. I apologize for the really terrible audio on the actual constructing it. I was trying a new webcam. The camera works great. The audio from that is horrible, obviously. Bear with me. We'll get it straight. But I'm not reshooting that. I'm not making another cable. And I don't feel like doing a voiceover because, again, nothing's really gone right. And I don't have a lot of time to redo over and over and over again. But stay with me. We're doing this from start to finish, from the materials you need, putting it together, and next we'll be doing the TYT pigtail. So that'll be cool. And there's a little gnat flying in front of the camera. I see that. And then once we get that, actually the next one is the last of the hard ones. That's all the actual work you have to do. Everything else will be pretty much on the computer. And I'll walk you through all of that step by step. So anyway, for now, 7 threes, and stick around. We'll have more to come. See ya.